So apparently, the Yamcha manga was thought up over drinks. So essentially, it was a drunk Dragon Ball idea, and I'm kind of like, wait a minute, they're making these decisions based on them being fucked up and saying, yeah man, how about a Yamcha manga, yeah, so desu ne. Because apparently some information was released regarding how it all came about, the Yamcha manga. Initially I thought it was just a fan-made manga that got picked up, but no, apparently the artist that was doing it was a fan that was making, I guess, other projects and doing his own thing, and they recommended him, and then he was brought in to do the Yamcha manga. But I'm kind of puzzled that they're making these pretty big decisions, because at the end of the day, it is kind of, you know, a serious deal. I mean, in a sense of the way it's published, you know, it's official now, this Yamcha manga, and I'm like, over some drinks and them having a good time. I mean, I guess sometimes the craziest ideas that actually work can come from all sorts of different inspiration, and them being drunk is like, it kind of sounds like a drunk idea when you think about it. Like, yeah, let's make a crazy manga about Yamcha. Out of all characters, let's do Yamcha, and we're gonna have him die in a ridiculous way, and we're gonna have, like, it sounds ridiculous, but let's read the information we got from her. The Reborn as Yamcha manga was dreamed up by the Shueisha editors when they were all out drinking. No, really. They thought of doing a Reborn in Another World story a la Log Horizon, and figured one using the Dragon Ball world would go over very well. They thought using Yamcha as the hero would be funny, but a story with Krillin and some sort of time loop was also in the run. Toriyama gave his approval. Hold on a sec. Toriyama actually approved this. Like, then again, at this point, I think Toriyama's just like, yes, put direct deposit the check, please. And gave several suggestions, such as outlining the protagonist's personality and having him die in a funny way. So yeah, that sounds totally Toriyama, you know, him with the comedy and shit like that. But I am shocked. I really thought that this was just gonna be a complete, like, out of left field deal. I had no idea that even Toriyama was involved, which probably makes sense why it actually was really entertaining and enjoyable. Like, Toriyama has the magic fucking hands. Whatever he does ends up being at the very least enjoyable or exciting to read and watch. They struggled a bit to get the first chapter released in time with the DBS baseball episode, so they kind of wanted to coincide with that because of the whole joke of Yamcha dying. It makes sense. And in a marketing point, I'm like, yo, from a marketing standpoint, that's genius. Shueisha is getting hip to the times of how to do things now. It's like, okay, we got this Yamcha-filled episode. We got a chapter about Yamcha. We can have it work together. Everybody's gonna get excited about both. Like, that's some really smart shit there. Some Shueisha editorial office staff were familiar with the author of the Yamcha manga, you know, the guy that he was a fan of it initially, and they suggested him for the job. The response has been huge. It got over twice the readership of a typical one-shot, by far the most of its peers for that week. So yeah, people are really eating up this Yamcha manga. I mean, personally, I'm not gonna lie, when I read it, I was like, I'm gonna read it. If it's trash, I'll let everybody know to stay away from it. If it's surprisingly decent, I'll make a video telling people that too, because I like to be fair. I'm not just gonna, oh, well, it's decent and it's not funny to bash on it. No, I was like, no, I'm gonna let people know about it, and I was very pleasantly surprised. If you see my first review, and I'm anxiously awaiting the second chapter for that matter, I was like, this is fucking awesome. So the fact that they actually thought of this, though, from a drunk night out, and then on top of that, Toriyama gave his blessing for this, crazy fucking story, to be honest with you. I just initially thought, yeah, this guy was drawing it and putting it out on the internet, and they saw it and they said, we want you, but this is even better, and Toriyama's involved. That makes sense why it's so fucking funny. Let me know what you guys think about this. How do you feel about Dragon Ball decisions being made over alcohol? Do you think that's a bit extreme? I mean, it's not to say that all their decisions, they're not saying, hey, yes, let's do this Goku Black arc as they fucking sipping down some sake or sipping down some 151 and Hennessy and shit. It's not that case, but do you think that maybe that's a bit ridiculous that they're making these decisions? I mean, either way, it worked out very well because it's fucking entertaining. I'm really enjoying it, and at the same time, they get what they want. Everyone wins. It's like the fans win and Shueisha wins with money and shit. So yeah, but that's all I have for this quick one. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed. If you liked anything I had to say or enjoyed the video, drop me a like. I'd greatly appreciate it. And if you want more from me, make sure to subscribe, follow me on Twitter, Instagram, and stalk my Facebook to get more when the video ends. I'm ForneverWorld, and as always, people, have an awesome day.